Nerds. We're everywhere. And a good majority of us love watching Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, the Marvel Universe, and other like-minded shows. However, I would argue that the all-time best show to watch is Star Wars. Why would I argue that? Well, imagine if you will that it's 2002. The latest movie of the series has just released days before your 10th birthday, and your father gets you out of school early to go and watch it. As a result, he introduces you to something that will instead be a part of your future career and hobby aspirations years later. Now, seeing the lines of people waiting to get in at the box office of the Arden Domes, and then watching the sequence where the clone troopers come in and save the doomed Jedi before zooming off to confront the hordes of separatist battle droids to save the day? I don't know about you, but that definitely sparked an interest in me. Though, it wouldn't be until 2 decades later that I would really find myself chasing an education and a career to become a writer and director for Star Wars. Part of that had to do with video games like Battlefront 2 from 2005, but honestly, it had to do with Arma 3, where I had the pleasure of leading communities of at least 100 or more like-minded people from around the world in scenarios that I personally built within stories I wrote based on what those players did to complete that scenario. Since then, I have found myself in a large community where I feel like I really do belong, and I'm looking forward to working with the members of the Terran clan of the Mandalorian Mercs to build not only my own personal set of Mandalorian armor, but also a set of armor for my father, who has been such a supportive figure in my life. It really has been thanks to this community of cosplayers that I have really begun to learn more about the Star Wars universe in ways that I wasn't even aware of. Now, speaking of armor, this set of armor that I'm building is inspired by a bit by those same clone troopers that I saw back in 2002, but also the members of the gaming communities that I spent 6 years of my life leading. During that time, I was going through a rough period of my life where I had lost my way after community college. Didn't really know what to do with myself. I was working jobs that were just letting me scrape by, but really left me unfulfilled. Plus, bills aren't going to pay themselves on a history degree with focus on working in the museum industry. Not unless you want to get a full-time job after 20 years of unpaid part-time service. But it's because of those same people and those days of pure boredom that I was able to realize that I had a creative mind for writing stories and building worlds that other people enjoyed reading about. This not only helped me find my way again, but also gave me the much needed inspiration to go back to school and pursue a degree where I can make those stories come to life. Now, at first, I wasn't sure if I was cut out to chase a film degree, but now, as I'm finishing my senior year, days before graduating, the realization that I can really bring those stories to life are coming true. I will work at Lucasfilm, but more importantly, I will build upon what George Lucas started and created. Of course, I want to include new and exciting things here and there that make sense for the universe. Though honestly, I think the real reason why I want to write stories for Star Wars is because I want to see the smiles on people's faces as they talk excitedly about what they just watched in the theaters, like a certain 10-year-old did back in 2002.